Hey everyone, Maz here, and I'm back with my man Foch. And you know what time it is.
Wait, what time is it?
It's time for another episode of Guess the Cigar.
All right, I'm ready.
You up for the challenge?
I am. Let's do it, baby.
Let's go. I don't know if I want to go into battle with a guy like you.
Why?
Eases into pools, sits when he pees,
So,
rips the Band-Aid off slowly. I need rip it off, jump in the pool,
man, it's so...
stand up and pee. So Foch, you said you know, like before, like I don't know if you were being facetious or
No, I was kidding.
you were kidding.
Yeah, I was kidding.
When you said, I know what it is already.
Yeah, I was kidding.
You had no inkling?
No.
Did you sometimes you do that though, and you do have an inkling.
No, I don't have an inkling. Not today.
No?
No, cigar's good, though. Spicy. You likey.
You likey? That's some new terminology you're using. Yeah?
Don't laugh.
You're vouching for that? You're telling
why not?
people out there, me likey? So Foch, what are you tasting right now?
I don't want to say it because people make fun of me.
First,
He always tastes spice.
well, I mean, listen, spice is a very general, broad...
But it's very spicy.
Well, what I will say is, to look at the cigar, I thought for sure it wasn't going to be as spicy.
Right.
So, you know, but that term spicy is a descriptor that's very broad. It's the way it hits the palate, and especially on initial combustion, it's very prevalent in cigars. So you're not naming like, oh, I taste this
Well, I
particular
know, but
spice.
yeah, he
No,
always
it definitely has spice to it. And when, you know, to look at a cigar that has a really nice kind of light, kind of golden wrapper,
I mean, you wouldn't expect that.
well, you don't expect it. You know,
You
just
expect it to be more creamy, you know,
Right.
round, like you say. This one is just
Right,
spicy.
Even on the opposite end, right? When you light up a really dark Maduro and you don't get a lot of intense flavors and you get more sweet notes, I think that surprises people too. So to look at the cigar prior to us lighting it, I thought, it's going to be a milder cigar. Not that it's strong, but it has spice. So we both agree upon that. What else are you tasting?
Almost a fire-cured tobacco.
That's interesting because you don't get that. You don't say that a lot.
No.
In fact, I don't think.
I don't think I've ever said it.
Really.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to say, obviously, there's no fire here today.
Right. No.
No, but I know what you're saying. But that's an unusual tasting note from you. Anything else?
I don't know. Maybe a little bit of like a mesquite. I'm getting that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's probably where I'm getting that fire-cured from.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, as soon as you said fire cured, I thought mesquite. You know, the woodiness that has like that mesquite hint to it. Because like if it's, put it this way, if a blend has spice and wood at the same time, you think of wood that has spice, it's mesquite, right? So I get that. I totally get that.
Yeah. How about you?
Well, as I said, as soon as I lit it, it had surprising spice. It's settled down a little bit now. There's still some spice to it, but I definitely get like a woody note to it. I don't know if maybe in the beginning it was more of kind of that mesquite, that spice and wood.
Right.
I'm getting more kind of a cedary note now to the cigar. It has a little bit of spice, but I get like a cedary note.
Right.
There's a little bit of a nutty quality to it. It's burning well. It's well constructed. But first thing we always try to nail down is country of origin. You already asked me. And I have to say, I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, you would think that doing this so long that Nicaraguan tobacco that we smoke a lot would jump right out of this, but it really doesn't in this cigar.
No.
So it's tough. I mean, it's
Yeah. Blind tastings throw everything off the table.
it's not easy. So I don't know how people say.
Well, some people.
Well, yeah, some people. Well, it's fixed and blah blah blah. It's not. It's hard.
Well, we always welcome people to join in. You know, do it yourself at home if you think it's easy. And honestly, I think it's fun. I mean, I actually.
I mean, I enjoy it.
But I don't know if you do. I do this at home. So like, I will literally like sit down with my nephew, my son, and unban cigars and really try to challenge our palates and test each other. You know,
I mean, I haven't done it yet. I mean, I could probably do it with my
your
wife.
wife smokes cigars.
Yeah.
So, and Jen's got a great palate too. So you should definitely try it at home.
See, it's weird.
What do you mean?
It's not hitting me like Nicaraguan.
Well, put it this way. If you ask me right now, where do I think it's from? Right now, fire to my feet.
You're going to say
I'm
Nicaraguan.
Say Dominican. No,
you're not?
I would say Dominican. But I've been fooled before.
Oh, yeah, we both have.
So, but if I had to give an answer right this second, that's the answer I would give. But I am getting in like a little bit of a kind of like nutty quality, which I usually attribute to Nicaraguan tobacco as well. And the fact that it led with spice.
Right.
But that could be anything.
Yeah.
It could be just combustion.
Well, I think it's a little more than that. I mean, maybe.
How about retro? Like, do you get a burn? Do you get like that?
Not now. At first, I did. That burn went away.
So yeah, the cigar settled down.
Yeah, it definitely did. I mean, I don't know. My confidence meter is low on this one.
So this is episode 12.
12. Yeah.
And we've had a pretty clean record. We only disagreed once, and when we disagreed, I got it wrong.
You did?
I did. You, so far, are perfect.
Well,
No, you are. I mean, that says a lot. You know, even though you come up a little short in this or that,
yeah.
so far so good. So our track record's good. But there's going to come a day when we're both wrong. And hopefully today is not that day. I wonder what people out there are thinking. Are you hoping today is the day we get it wrong? Like, you wonder, like, Foch, like, that the people are rooting against us? I mean, there's people rooting for us, but I'm sure there's people out there right now as they're watching, they're like, I hope they miss. Right?
Yeah.
Does that motivate you to not get it wrong?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to try my best.
You're competitive by nature.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
What? I mean,
All right, we got to start somewhere.
so you think it's Dominican? You're going with
I
it?
said if I had to guess right now, I'd
Yeah.
say yes.
All right, well, you got a guess?
No.
Neither do I.
No?
No.
What? Come
Hard.
on, you got to go. You got to go first. You're Mr. Perfect. You got to give me something to work with. I need to feed off you a little bit. I'm not trying to make excuses, but my allergies have been acting up a little bit. So you might have to back cleanup today, like big time cleanup. Like, I'm like the 9th batter. I'm the guy that gets up and no one's expecting to get a hit right now. I get fall allergies.
I mean, it's a decent cigar. I just don't know.
It's a good cigar. It's not a decent cigar.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I know you're Mr. Spice Bomb, but the cigar is pleasant.
I don't know. I mean, I kind of think it's Dominican also.
All right, you want me to go first?
No, I mean, my first guess is going to be, which is weird. I'm going to say, I mean, I'm just throwing it out there. I'm going to say Montesino,
Montesino.
Toro.
Montesino.
I mean, I think it's Dominican.
Okay. Well, it's not a big guess.
Yeah.
You got the fact that Montesino's a Dominican brand. You got that right. So your first guess is Montesino Natural.
Yeah. I know I'm going to be wrong with the country, probably.
I mean, we might be. We got to get a hint. That's how the game works, you know?
Well, that's going to be probably the first hint.
What? The country of origin? You think? I don't know. These guys have been pretty good about giving us, like, vague hints.
No, I mean, that's kind of vague.
Now I'm thinking, do I want to die on the Dominican hill? Or do
No,
I want to...
I mean, don't die on the hill.
No, I just want to, like, maybe I throw something else out there that's possibly another country of origin.
Well, hopefully we get it on at least the last hint, you know? All right, Maz, give a guess. I want a hint.
All right.
I need a hint. I'm curious.
All right, I'll stick with our first guess that it's Dominican tobacco, and I'm just to throw it out there, just to get a hint, because you're pushing me and pressuring me. I'm going to say it's the Ashton Double Magnum.
Yeah, that's a good guess. So
So we're both out.
both out.
We're both
Ecuadorian wrapper.
out. Ecuadorian wrapper is not Montesino, and it's not Ashton Classic. Right. Okay, that's good. That's good to know.
So now where do we go?
I don't know. Listen, when it doesn't work out for country of origin, and we're like thinking, but also with the wrapper getting that wrong,
yeah,
that's a struggle right off the bat. So we're behind the 8 ball right now.
Definitely behind the 8 ball.
Did you ever play pool?
Oh yeah.
Did you ever get behind the 8 ball? Mm-hmm. It's no fun.
No,
because you don't want to hit the 8 ball.
I think I might. I think we're going to have to go Nicaraguan. I think we're definitely going to have to go Nicaraguan. I don't think there's that many Dominican cigars with Ecuadorian wrapper, right?
Yeah,
or that we carry anyway.
Yeah. I mean, the cigar's definitely changing as we're smoking it. That nutty quality's really kind of shining now with this cigar.
You think it could be the La Roma Connecticut?
It's possible. It's possible. It's got nice creamy notes.
Mm-hmm. I think it is.
So it definitely could possibly be the La Roma de Cuba Connecticut, because the notes that I get from that are very pleasant, like mild notes.
I mean, it's kind of reminiscent of it with that spice. You know, you think that cigar is, you know, lighter, but it's really not. You know, it has the spice. Right, smokes more medium.
It does, mild to medium.
Yeah, mild to medium.
But to me, when I think about that cigar, I get notes of like almost like butterscotch, and I get a little bit of that with the cigar. So it's very possible it's in that realm. Strength-wise, it fits the criteria. You know, to me, it's definitely mild to medium bodied. It's definitely just not just mild. But yeah, I think it's very possible that it can be that cigar.
I don't know. You're going to have to help me on this one, Mass.
Well, of course I'm going to try to help you. It's Guess the Cigar, and this is
you're going to have to get it.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it. But what I will say is, it is very interesting. Now that we're leaning away from the Dominican, even though he didn't give us the country of origin,
right,
gave us the wrapper variety, how a mild to medium bodied, let's just say Nicaraguan cigar with a shade wrapper, could come off as like a milder to medium bodied Dominican cigar as well. Because the common denominator between those blends, that type of blends, is you know, approachable flavors that are subtle but has character, right?
I feel like I smoked a cigar recently, but
it tastes familiar.
Very familiar.
But I got to be honest with you, it's not so familiar that I'm confident.
Well, then I'm not going to. I don't think then it's the La Roma Connecticut then.
Okay. Well, I was going to guess something different anyway, but I know.
I didn't guess that.
No, you didn't. I know you didn't.
But since you said it's not really familiar. Like
it's familiar, but I said that before. But go ahead.
No, I'm gonna go with you on that.
But I've said that before and guessed the cigar. You know what I mean? I say it's familiar, but it's not so familiar. But that doesn't matter. It doesn't mean anything.
But I know you probably smoked the La Roma more.
No, I do, but
the Connecticut version.
But I would tell you right now, if it wasn't in the realm of possibility, I would tell you that, and it's in the realm of possibility. I'm not saying it's not. I mean, it is. I'm just saying it's in the realm of possibility.
Right.
But go with what you're going to say. Don't let me. You had something in mind. Say it. Just say it. We need another hint anyway. Come on, Fox, you're good at this.
No, I'm not good at it.
Yeah, you are. What were you going to say? You had something in mind, and then I stopped you.
No, I don't think I did.
You said because it doesn't taste so familiar to me, it must
I said because it doesn't taste as familiar because you do smoke the La Roma a lot.
But I also said it does taste familiar, but it doesn't.
Yeah, I know, but it's. I think you would know if this was it.
I don't know, bro. Blind tastings are brutal. This or that's a little easier because at least you know it's one of two.
Right.
When you play Guess the Cigar, it's a gigantic field of cigars.
Oh, man.
So let me ask you this question.
Go ahead.
Do you think it's possible it has Dominican and Nicaraguan tobacco in it? Maybe that's what threw us a little bit.
I mean, I think it's possible.
Now, I had one more question.
Go ahead.
Do you think it's leaning more towards medium now that we're into it a little bit? Or mild and medium?
No, I think it's medium.
Medium, right?
Yeah, I think it's
so it
medium.
grew to a medium body cigar.
Yeah. I mean,
Still very pleasant.
Absolutely. So you said could it be?
Well,
I know if it's Dominican and Nicaraguan, but if it is, what could it be?
I mean, there could be, if that's the case, it could be Monte Cristo White. It could be Romeo Julieta Reserva Real, because it's Nicaraguan filler, Dominican filler, I'm sorry, Nicaraguan binder,
Okay.
Ecuadorian shea wrapper.
Yeah.
So that could be a possibility.
I don't think it's neither, but don't go by me. I'm going to throw out a guess,
All right, I got one.
which is weird because,
I got one too, based upon your assessment earlier, but go ahead.
well, it's weird because it tastes familiar, but the cigar I'm going to guess, I've obviously had it, but not much. I'm going to say the Charter Oak.
Charter Oak. That's a good guess. I mean, I've smoked the Charter Oak before.
Right.
Smoked both natural and Maduro. It's something that would taste familiar, but not so familiar. I'm gonna actually, just to put two irons in the fire,
Yeah.
maybe, just to see. I'm gonna say it's, this is the reason why. We tasted spice, originally like a white pepper kind of spice in the beginning. You thought maybe La Roma de Cuba, Connecticut. With that said, a cigar that has some white pepper that reminds me of that is Elegancia. So
Okay.
I'm gonna say San Cristobal Elegancia. I don't think it's it, but I need another hint.
Okay.
So, but I'm gonna just vary from,
Yeah.
and by the way, you could be spot on with that.
It's fine.
All right, but I'm gonna say San Cristobal Elegancia.
All right.
Dude, we should have stuck to
We
our
should have
guns.
stuck. I hate when they do that.
Well, no, they
Right.
didn't do anything.
Well,
All they
yeah, I
told
hate
us was
when
the
we
first
do
hit
that.
was Ecuadorian wrapper.
We should have stuck with it.
But the good news is, we actually were tasting Dominican tobacco,
Yeah.
right? We got scared off of it when we heard Ecuadorian wrapper.
Well, there still could be Nicaraguan in it.
Right, the country of origin is Dominican.
Right. I might have to go back to what you originally guessed. The two cigars you said earlier.
What, the Monte
White
Cristo,
and the Real.
Monte Cristo White Label or the Reserva Real? I mean, it could be. It's again, it's in that arena. That's the other thing too. When you're playing Guess the Cigar, you have to get it into a category, right, of where it could be.
Right.
Also, what it can't be. I always say that. Like you have to think what it's not.
Right.
But yeah, it's in that arena. Those two cigars are in that arena.
Trying to think.
You know what's happening?
No. See the smoke coming out of my head? Out of my ears?
Maybe you should make it come out of your nose, make it taste it better. Isn't it funny though, like now that we know that the country of origin is Dominican, now you're like, this tastes Dominican.
Yeah.
Even more so.
Yeah.
But when we didn't really know the country of origin, we so doubted ourselves. But now we're smoking it and especially when you bring it through a retro, you're like, yeah, there's classic Dominican notes there. But again,
Yeah.
it's just what you know. When you don't know, that's the problem.
I think I might know what it is.
Let's have it.
I think it could be the Lajero line, the La Flor.
Honestly, you kind of read my mind. You just kind of read my mind. So, that's
I mean, it's got enough body that it could be, because like you said, it is smoking medium. It's definitely not mild to medium.
well, and honestly, I was thinking that. I thought La Flor Dominicana Lajero, that line, not the double Lajero.
No, the Lajero.
That's what I was thinking, and you totally read my mind. So I'm going to just stick with that, because my gut's telling me to stick with it.
Right.
Because I was thinking and you said it. So I think that's the way I want to go. So if you read my mind, that's good.
I mean, I don't think it is.
You just said it was.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I didn't read your mind right.
Well, no, I mean, you did read or I read your mind, right?
You definitely did.
Yeah.
You did.
All right, well, we'll go with it.
No, but you don't listen. Do what you want to do.
I'm sticking with it for now.
You're sticking with what?
The Lajero line of the floor.
I mean, I think we might be hovering over it as LFD. It's possible. All right. since you read my mind, I guess I should speak my mind.
Right.
So I'm going to say La Flor Dominicana Ligero. Pressure's on, man. Pressure's on.
Oh, big time.
So, with that said, we were correct in assuming maybe it wasn't shade grown. It's just from obviously a lower priming. You know, you take a Sumatra wrapper, you look at Sumatra, it's usually darker than that. But just goes to show you different shades of Sumatra. And if my memory serves me correct, Single Ligero is Sumatra wrapper, and it is Dominican from origin. So it fits the criteria of the blend, it fits the criteria of country of origin, and it fits the criteria of what I'm getting from the cigar, because the cigar started off mild to medium bodied, but it had spice to begin with,
And it built
settled,
up.
then it built in strength as we're smoking it.
I don't know what else it could be.
If I was thinking it and you said it, even though you kind of backed off it a little bit and then you went with it anyway, I feel confident in it. I like that, that we felt that way.
Yeah.
And getting that last hint, which was a Sumatra wrapper, and it's from a lower priming, like obviously aesthetic, we could look at that and tell by the color of it. It tastes like that to me. And the fact that we thought it was Dominican all along, that we kind of swayed a little bit, because, put it this way, the wrapper of the cigar and the strength of the cigar could fool us. I think that's why I was fooled to thinking for a minute it might have been Nicaraguan.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I don't know. Now, so anyway, what I'm saying in a long story short is that I think that we're right. I think that we're right.
Well, I hope we're right. Well, how about that? How about this? How about we change the rules?
You can't change the rules. What rule you want to change?
For the final hand, why don't he give us or they give us a multiple choice?
No, what are you in? What are you in third grade? You in third grade? You multiple? What?
Why not?
No,
All right.
no. It's always C anyway. It's always C. You know that, right? When in doubt, guess C. It's usually C. Don't give us multiple choice though. That's just rookie stuff. We don't listen. We had a good track record.
Right. So now we get what? Final guess?
Yeah. I'm sticking with my guns. I'm saying La Flor Dominicana Ligero. Don't be afraid.
You want me to stick with you?
No, you can do what you want.
No.
Just don't be afraid.
I'm not afraid. I'll die on the hill with you.
Well, if you have another assumption, I don't know. This what now that we're honing in on it, this is what it tastes like to me. This is what it tastes like to me. And it's the thing is, it also fits the criteria. It tastes familiar to me, but not overly familiar to me. Because
Right.
I've smoked it. I haven't smoked it a lot lately.
Right.
That fits the criteria for me, for the La Flor Ligero. I mean, you think about like LFD's blends, whether it's like Andalusian Bull and the Ligero you smoked in the past. It's kind of almost like to me, it almost has that flavor. There's something there.
Yeah.
And cigar's well made.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's definitely a well-made, excellent cigar.
All right, let's just get it over with. It's like taking the tape off your ankles when you play football. You just gotta rip it off. You can't just baby it. You just rip it like a Band-Aid. You ready to rip it?
Not yet.
You're one of those. You're one of those people. Peel a Band-Aid off real slow. Torture yourself.
I'm torturing
No,
myself.
I like to rip it right off. You're probably one of those people that eases into a pool too, instead of just
Oh,
jumping
yeah.
right. You do?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God! I don't know if we could be friends anymore. I jump right in. Never ease in ever. I want to get it over with. Boom. You probably a guy that sits when he pees.
When I have to.
Yeah.
Man.
I don't know if I want to go into battle with a guy like you.
Why?
Eases into pools, sits when he pees,
So?
rips the Band-Aid off slowly. I need to rip it off, jump in the pool,
Man, it's so
stand up and pee.
It's just like crazy because this tastes so familiar to me.
Yeah, it's because La Flor Dominicana Ligero. Nah. I'm sticking to my guns. You said you're not afraid, but you're acting afraid.
All right, well,
No.
I'm going to go with it then. Because I said it first,
But
you thought it.
I have a question for
Go
you.
ahead.
Though. Is there something knocking around in your brain that you have a formulated opinion of something else it could be?
No,
You don't.
no.
All right. Well, that's good to know because if you did, I would tell you to go with it.
Right. Yeah. No, there's nothing knocking around.
It's time to burn the boats, brother. Leave the dock and burn the boats.
I just think the LaFleur. The reason why I'm hesitant is because I think the LaFleur is one of those brands that have a unique flavor profile or flavor itself, and
I'm getting that from the cigar, though.
so right. So even though this is familiar to me, I'm trying to recall the flavor from LaFleur. It's just not hitting me.
I got you.
That's why I'm hesitant.
Okay.
But listen,
Well,
if we're going to be wrong, if I'm going to be wrong, it's,
All right.
you know.
All right. So
I'll go with it.
let's go with it.
Yeah.
You ready? I always ask you this. Do you want to hold hands?
No, I'm ready.
There you are. I'm waiting for one day you need my support, but yeah. All right. So we're going to go with it. LaFleur Dominicana Ligero.
Nice.
Ah, baby.
Unbelievable.
Yes. Oh my God.
That was tough.
It was tough. It was very tough. A very deceiving cigar, right?
Yeah.
The way it smokes.
I mean, I knew that flavor was reminiscent.
As soon as you read, honestly, because I was thinking it, as soon as you read my mind, that's why I never backed off of it. Because if you didn't read my mind and say that, I totally would have been second guessing myself. But because I was thinking it and you said it, at that point I made a decision. There was no turning back.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I mean,
and
I'm glad I helped you out.
Well, put it this way. The other thing that's interesting, once you put it into your mind that it might be something, it tastes like that. Because obviously, a lot of it has to do with like recognition. It's almost like when you smoke it with a band on it after the fact. Because you're like, all right, yeah, no, I know. Because when a band's on a cigar, you know what to expect before you even light it. You have this preconceived notion of what it's like.
Right.
So once I made that decision that you read my mind and I made that decision to go for it, then I started tasting notes that I'm like, yes. And it reaffirmed what I was thinking and reaffirmed what I was thinking. Like I said, there's a tasting note of LaFleur's product. Even when I smoked the Andalusian Bull, which is a rarity from them, there's components of the cigar, if you think about that Andalusian Bull, that it tastes like. You know, it's a different animal.
No, I agree.
It's a different animal,
agree.
but every factory has their own kind of signature note.
Yeah.
And once I thought
that's what I was trying to pick up.
and I got it. I got it. Once I convinced myself, all right, it is this, then I was like, yeah, now I'm tasting what it tastes like.
Yeah, well, I mean, once he said it was Dominican, and you know the strength of the cigar
That's the thing.
picked up.
Well, that's why you can't smoke with your eyes when it comes to this, because aesthetically it looked like it was a shade grown wrapper.
Yeah.
We're thinking Ecuadorian shade, but because the cigar had so much character and a little more oomph to it, and as I smoked it, as I got stronger, because it did get stronger.
Oh, yeah.
This is definitely not a mild to medium. It's definitely medium.
Yeah.
Some people might say medium plus, but it's definitely at least a medium bodied cigar. And that's the other thing that convinced me. Once I start picking up in strength, it really fit into that category. It's like putting a piece of a puzzle together. You're like, okay, checks this box, it checks that box. So,
Well, listen, we did it again.
it's tough, man. It's tough. So, so that was episode what?
12.
Whew, episode 12. That's pretty good track record.
Yeah, and it's not getting any easier, believe me.
It's not going to get easier. There's going to be one day that person out there, or several people maybe, that are rooting for us to get it wrong, they're going to be vindicated. But today is not your day, right?
That's right.
Today is not your day.
That's
Today
right.
is our day.
Our day.
So I want to thank you all for joining us. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode of Guess the Cigar. But before we depart, make sure you hit that like button.
Smash the subscribe button,
And we'll see you here next time. Well done.
That was good.
Yeah.